Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day. We're having another Road to Endgame series, but in the dark today because my green screen's not working. I say green screen, it's just a green sheet, but it's broke. So yeah, I'm in the dark. Let's carry on, nothing changes there. So let's see what the results of the tournament was. This was for Sunday's tournament. Unfortunately, I didn't push that well. I think I only did like 2 or 3 runs, so probably not that great. And then I'll be going through your questions from the last episode and anything else you have for me as well. So on this tournament, I end up getting 3rd, which, to be honest, looking at the fact is the next person above me was like a K, 1,000 above me, and then 2,000, so 3,000 to first. So it would have been a big push. Unfortunately, I only had like 2 or 3 runs I did during the stream. And I didn't manage to play because I'd worked today and been a bit busy. But 3rd place with no prep. I think I did 2 runs prep and 3 runs during this tournament, and still got 3rd place, so it's not too bad. And now because I'm in between tournaments again, I'm just going to be putting everything into Books of Shadows to get that up level high again. Already 71%, which is fantastic. So I'll keep the high to the next one. I'll do a new update tomorrow, which is 3.12. So we'll do an update video. So when that gets released, see all the goody news from that. Now let's crack on with some questions you have for me from the last video. So someone from Schmuckery says, hey there, let me add some questions. Does equipment set bonus count as potential? And why is there a retire button in tournaments? Is there any use for it? When is Drendel pushing usually used, and can it be used for every build? So there's a couple questions there. So first one, does equipment set bonuses count potential? Yes, pretty much everything counts as potential. So the equipment sets you have, pets, skill points, max stage. Yes, definitely equipment set bonuses, because obviously you get like craft and shot power, but then obviously the bonus of the equipment set. So yes. Why is there a retire button tournament? I have no idea. There should be no reason to retire at tournament ever, because even if you don't have time to play, you still want to collect the rewards or do as best you can to get the best rewards from that tournament. And when is Drendel pushing usually used, and can it be used in every build? Well, I don't know if it could be used in every build. It's mainly used on well, it can be used in clanship and pet build and clanship. There's 2 ones. You could use it on other builds. I have done a separate video explaining about Drendel pushing and splash mechanics. The video is called Splash Mechanics, so I'll link that in the description, and I'll put it in notification icon on the top right of this video. That explains it much more detail. But yes, you can pretty much use it in every build. Tommy's says, how much XP should a clan have for me to get the shortest runtime? I'm currently 22 XP clan and have NF, which is Noble Fencer. Should I go even higher? Well, the highest you can get is at 90%. Like, so 90% advanced stage start is the highest you can get, which I believe is around about 40k experience. So I think when the clan reaches around about 40k experience points, that's enough max. Obviously with the Noble Fence it can be slightly lower, so around about that range, any clan above that is basically the highest advanced stage you got. So yeah, if you want the fastest run, then look for clans around about the 40k mark, and that should give you the fastest run possible. Affin says, so what do you think, which is better between Fairy and Pet Hartmadas? I'm already VIP. I'm still confused which is basically better. So the 2 main gold sources is Pet Hartmadas or Fairy. People tend to use Fairy because only when you can skip adverts. So if you're VIP, you definitely have skippable adverts unlocked. Now, people mid-game to late game tend to use Fairy because Fairy gold income tends to be much, well, not saying much higher, but more higher. Lower stages, Pet Hartmadas actually is better. So you need to have, for example, you need to have Great Fey Medallion artifact to have Fairy increased gold income, and also equipment with Fairy bonuses, and the right artifacts to give you the Fairy boost income. So it's not just being able to skip adverts, you need to have the artifacts and the equipment that boost fairy gold income. Plus there's a skill as well, I believe, which is so obviously skill points in Midas Ultimate, and you can use fairy charm. You can increase that as well, which gives you more fairy drops. So you need to have enough skill points, and you need to have the right artifacts and the right equipment, and then swap into fairy income could actually be better for you. But the only true way to find out if it's right is simply try it. If you've got enough diamonds saved up, then maybe swap it and give it a try to see if you feel you've got more income than you did before. Unfortunately, without knowing what equipment and stats you got, I can't tell you. So the only way to know is to try it out for yourself. John Francis Villarosa says, I've been playing for 16 days, but I only have a max stage of 4.3k. Any tips to progress faster? So there's a bunch of tips. So the obvious one would be obviously join a higher level clan, Noble Fencer to make your run times shorter, because the shorter your run times means more prestiges you can do, so more relics, more artifacts, more stronger. That's the short term. There's plenty of other tips like tournament tips, clan builds, artifact optimizers, equipment guides, that sort of thing. All can be found on my channel. It'll take hours to go through it in one video, so watch the beginner's guide video. You can watch the whole of this endgame series. All will be linked in the description or icon. And it's the main point, if you want to make it faster, your runtime faster, well, speed time shorter, will be increasing your advanced stage start or increasing splash damage. So stuff like Porter, Snap, your passive skills, which I'm showing on screen. Getting kit as well, and also upgrading your corrupted rune heart artifact. Those things make you faster because of splash damage, and that will make your runtime quicker. Okay, here's one. Kingo, should you buy all gold, all damage, fluffers and kit outside tournament, or save diamonds and spend them during the tournament? Well, I definitely get fluffers outside whenever I see fluffers. Full stop. Fluffers is one of the best pets to get because it's mana regen. So anytime I see fluffers in or outside tournament, I always get it. Regarding the others, all damage, all gold and kit, I normally wait till tournament. I normally save my diamonds and wait till tournament, and then buy as much pets as I can in tournament, because it'll give me the most potential growth. Now, that's not concrete set in stone. You can do it in and outside a tournament. I just personally wait to before buying any pets, any equipment, or any artifacts, or buy a set or anything like that. I'll wait for tournament only, so I've got as much potential power growth to do one big push. Some people push in and outside tournament, because for example, if you say you can do 10-15 prestiges a day, you're doing loads and loads of runs, then pushing outside tournament a little bit might give you more growth, so you've got more power ready to stack up for tournament anyway. So it's all down to your preference, if you're happy to wait, or if you're happy just farming a little bit in and out tournament, whichever you prefer really. But me personally, because I only can play like an hour a day, which is not much, it's like 1 or 2 runs a day, so I tend to basically stack it all and do a big push in tournament, just because I've got little play time. That's the reason. This is an interesting question. The AG Gaming 985 says, how do you know when you over push? I don't know how else to take the game slower without pushing higher in tournaments and getting more rewards. Well, I mentioned a video about not really over pushing, but basically burnout. So I was talking about burnout being people that play for 8 hours a day every day, do speed runs, and then after a couple of months get bored of it because they're used to like getting like 5-10k a day, and then going down to a couple hundred, and also playing so much that's like a full-time job. You just get bored of it after a while anyway. So when I say by over pushing, I just basically mean play that you feel happy with. If you're happy playing for 5 hours and you're really enjoying the game, play. If you're happy playing for 1 hour and you think, oh, I want to take a break, take a break. Take your time. There's no really over pushing. What I mean by burnout is basically people that try to do too much at once, and then they don't start enjoying the game. It becomes a chore, and that tends to happen with people, I say, who play a long periods of time, like 8-10 hours long periods. So as long as you're happy with what you're doing, there's no real over pushing. It's at your own pace. Just take your time, enjoy yourself. As a matter of fact, by taking your time, you can do more tournaments and more raids, and these help passive skills. So if you want to play the game long term, these will help you out massively, because with high level passive skills later on down the game, it helps you win tournaments more, it helps you beat soft walls, and it's so much easier. But unfortunately, that's a time thing. That's something you can't rush. It's just, there's only a set amount of tournaments and raids you can do a week, so there's a limit on it. So again, take your time, enjoy the game. Here's another one for Jeff. Good question as well. Hey Soul, so when should I be using a farm build and when should I be using a push build, just for preference? Thanks. If you've got loads of diamonds, normally you do farm build outside of tournament and then the push build in tournament. But to be honest, I wouldn't even change builds because the cost of diamonds are normally quite high. So if you're not VIP, believe the cost of builds without being a special discounted event. Yeah, look, 800 diamonds to change a build and then change it back again. And considering tournaments every 2 or 3 days, that's a lot of diamonds when it could be better spent on pets. So what I tend to do is stick with one build. So stick with what you prefer to use. So say for example, you get to play a lot. You can do 10 prestiges every day. I'll probably go with a farm build because you're more likely to be farming a lot more relics than you would be pushing. So I'll probably pick a farm build, and then what I'll do is I'll swap pets. So in your pets, I'll figure out which one is giving you the most damage or most gold. So you have like the highest all damage and highest, like for me it'd be Polly was all gold, the highest gold, and it could be Demos, which is all damage. So then outside when I'm farming, I'll switch my all gold on until I reach near my max stage, and then switch my pet to all damage to give me a little push. So that's if you want a little bit quicker farming, or you know, you don't have to, that's just preference. So you can just swap pets if you want to swap between farming or pushing. So I'll pretty much stick with one build. Again, if you can't afford, if you don't do a lot of runs, you only play like 1 hour a day, maybe pick a push build and then just farm, well, just play as normal, and when it comes to tournament, use that push build. So it's probably better off just sticking with one build and then changing your pets and equipment to help with farming gold when you do need to or do not need to. That's probably save you a lot of diamonds and a lot easier as well. Digital Triangle says, how do you get into tournament with so few people? Well, basically there has been, this is unofficial, but it says sometimes it's worked. So if you join in the very last minute before tournament, it sometimes reduces the chance of people showing and maybe less people in the tournament. Now, it has been officially confirmed by the devs, and some people says it has worked, some people says it hasn't worked. So it is here or there. You tend to have less people in tournament the more you play the game, because what tends to happen is, because it's such a long game, it gets to the middle stage, like about 20k, 30k, 40k, and people tend to have given up by the game and quit. So you got a lot of players at the start of the game, not many in the middle, and then a lot of players at the end that are stuck around. So the middle part is the juicy bit. That's when you get less and less tournaments. So if you just keep playing, eventually you'll start having tournaments where you have less and less people. As I said, normally between the 20-30k max stage mark. Around about that time onwards, you see about 5 people in tournament, 2 people in tournament, and you might get a couple of solo tournaments. That's just keep playing. Just keep playing. That's anyway. Just win them out by pure patience. This nice one, but Ace Gaming. Once I have all pets above level 100, does it make any difference in which pet as I keep active? Keep leveling them. Level 100 passive skills is just a benchmark, but you can keep continuously level them past that level. So don't stop when you get to 100, because their bonus and stats and skill go even higher and higher. As I haven't got any past 100, but they do get past these marks, and they still keep on leveling. So keep going, don't stop, just reach 100. And regarding which ones are active, use a pet optimizer to see which ones is the best pet for you. I wouldn't know which ones is best, because you might have, for example, like a really high all hero damage pet and then a really good all damage pet. I don't know which one to use. So use a pet optimizer to tell you which one's the best one. This one by WDG French Fries. What are the things I should do check before tapping the prestige button? Nothing really. Just make sure that you've pushed as much as you can. Don't spend too much time pushing, because you want to waste like half an hour just gaining an extra 50 stages. But make sure you've activated your pet quest. You've tried all your skills. You run out of mana. You pushed as much as you can, so you got a bit of the best amount of relics you can, and just prestige. I wouldn't worry about it too much about if there's any special thing to do before about prestiging, because you're going to be prestiging so much that it's basically trying to go for the run as quick as you can so you can prestige again, and it's just farming really. So there's no special technique of doing anything before prestiging. Van Rest Surprise says, hi, I'm copying your skill tree and I'm doing what you're doing currently at stage 6600, but after prestige my cloak is only at stage 1800, which is too far, but yours is like 4.5. Please need your help. And as I mentioned before, advanced stage start, he's on the lower clan. I mentioned my clan XP is about 30k. What's yours? And he says his clan XP is only 2.5k. And straight away he was like, oh, I get it. So yes, joining a high clan shortens up. This is a perfect example. So he said his clan was 2.5k and he prestiged at the same stage I was, and he starts at 1800, but I start at 4,500. So you can see the huge gap of difference in stages that clan XP gives you. I can't stress enough that joining a higher clan just shortens your runtime. I mean, if you're doing a runtime of 40 minutes and above, I'm doing a runtime on my videos of 15 minutes. And I still get questions then, like, how I can't, I'm going so slow, I can't push, I can't get, faster, my runs are so slow, I'm not pushing anymore. Clan XP, guys. Join a higher level clan, or high as you can, and it shortens runtime to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and that makes the game so much easier. So you can do, if your runtime is an hour and you go down to 15 minutes, it's 4 times you're saving, 4 times more runs than you could have done previously before. You will farm so much, you will push so much, you enjoy the game so much. I might just put as a disclaimer under every single video saying like, advanced stage start, where to begin, or I might just do a separate video on it completely. I don't know. So yeah, if you've got any questions for me, please leave them. I do love answering them. If you have any other questions you'd like to hear, leave a comment below, or we'll answer them in the next video. And I'd also like to thank you all the people in here, and thank you very much for helping support the channel. They're tremendous help, especially Ned Ross, Mike. Again, every single video, I should just put you as banner as God on every single one of my videos, just subtitled God or something, I don't know, or Sword Master. But thank you very much, guys. Community absolutely tremendous. I'm having so much fun. And yeah, if you'd like to see more in the Road to Endgame series, click on this video up here. And if you'd like to see any video that's recommended by YouTube, click on this one. And if you want to sub, you don't have to, but if you want to support me, click on this little face thing here. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.